Remember that feeling? That deep, resonant hum when you truly connect with someone? When the air crackles with something unspoken, something electric? What if I told you that feeling, that profound spark, often has nothing to do with what you might think it does? What if I told you there's a world beyond the superficial, a realm where attraction is forged in fires far more subtle, far more powerful than mere physicality? We're about to peel back the layers, to unearth the hidden truths that dictate desire, backed by cold, hard science. If you've ever felt misunderstood, if you've ever yearned to truly captivate, to truly turn someone on in a way that transcends the ordinary, then you absolutely cannot afford to miss the profound insights waiting for you at the very end of this journey. This isn't just about understanding, it's about transforming your entire approach. Stay with me, because the final piece of this puzzle is the most powerful, the most paradigm-shifting insight you'll ever encounter. True strength. When we talk about strength, what immediately comes to mind? Is it the bulging biceps, the chiseled jawline, the kind of physical prowess that screams alpha male? If so, you're missing a crucial and frankly far more alluring dimension. The strength that truly captivates, that draws a woman in like an undeniable magnetic force, isn't about how much weight you can lift or how fast you can run. It's about an inner fortitude, a bedrock of resilience that whispers of unshakable presence and unwavering purpose. This is the kind of strength that allows a man to stand tall, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, in the face of adversity. It's the quiet confidence that radiates from someone who knows who they are, what they stand for, and where they're going. It's the ability to be the calm in the storm, the anchor in tumultuous waters, the unwavering lighthouse when the world feels like it's spinning out of control. This isn't about being dominant or aggressive. It's about being resolute, dependable, and possessing an inner compass that always points true north. Consider the man who handles setbacks with grace, who faces challenges not with anger or despair, but with a determined resolve to find a solution. He doesn't crumble under pressure. He refines himself. He doesn't lash out when things go wrong. He strategizes, adapts, and learns. This kind of strength is deeply attractive because it signifies safety, security, and a future built on solid ground. A woman instinctively seeks a partner who can weather life's inevitable storms alongside her, not someone who will buckle at the first sign of rain. It's the strength to admit vulnerability without being weak, the courage to be authentic without needing external validation. It's the powerful, silent promise that no matter what comes, you are a force to be reckoned with, not in a combative sense, but in a steadfast, protective, and deeply reassuring way. This isn't about being a superhero. It's about being a man who has mastered his inner landscape, a man who knows how to navigate his own emotions and how to stand firm in his convictions. It's the kind of strength that allows him to lead, not by demanding, but by inspiring, by demonstrating a quiet, unwavering power that makes you feel profoundly safe and profoundly drawn to his presence. It's a strength that says, "I've got this," not with arrogance, but with a deep, earned certainty. Scientific studies consistently show that women are drawn to men who exhibit traits associated with psychological resilience and self-control. This isn't just anecdotal. It's hardwired into our evolutionary psychology. From a primal perspective, a strong, stable partner was crucial for survival and the well-being of offspring. While modern society has evolved, these underlying preferences remain. A man who demonstrates self-discipline, emotional regulation, and the ability to maintain composure under stress signals a high level of psychological maturity. This translates into a perceived ability to provide stability, support, and a sense of calm in a relationship. It's the strength to manage one's own impulses, to make reasoned decisions, and to act with integrity, even when it's difficult. This inner discipline is perceived as a predictor of reliability and trustworthiness, qualities that are fundamental to deep attraction. It's not about being emotionless, it's about having mastery over one's emotions, allowing them to inform without overwhelming. This is a subtle yet profound power that resonates deeply. Think about the confidence that emanates from a man who is truly grounded. It's not the boisterous, performative kind of confidence that seeks attention. It's a quiet, self-assured presence that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. This is born from a deep understanding of one's own capabilities and limitations, a realistic self-assessment that fosters genuine self-respect. When a man respects himself, he naturally commands respect from others. This self-respect translates into boundaries, into demanding to be treated well, and into an unwillingness to compromise his values. This isn't about being arrogant. It's about having a strong sense of self-worth that is unshakable. This inner conviction is incredibly attractive because it signals that he is not easily swayed, not easily manipulated, and that he will stand by what he believes in. It creates a sense of reliability and predictability in the best possible way, providing a stable foundation upon which true connection can be built. This strength is a beacon, drawing others to its steady light. Ultimately, true strength is about character. It's about the accumulation of small, consistent acts of integrity, self-mastery, and resilience that build a powerful and attractive persona over time. It's the man who says what he means and means what he says, who follows through on his commitments, and who treats others with respect, regardless of their status. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic displays. It's about the everyday embodiment of solid, admirable qualities. When a woman observes this consistent pattern of behavior, she perceives a man who is reliable, honorable, and deeply trustworthy. These are the qualities that foster a profound sense of security and admiration, creating a powerful emotional pull that goes far beyond fleeting physical attraction. This kind of strength creates a foundation of trust, allowing for a deeper emotional intimacy to flourish. It's the kind of strength that makes a woman feel not just safe, but cherished and truly seen. And deep purpose. Imagine a man adrift, rudderless, simply floating through life, reacting to whatever currents he encounters. Now, picture another man, eyes alight with conviction, moving with an undeniable sense of direction, powered by an internal engine of ambition and meaning. Which one captures your imagination? Which one stirs a deeper, more primal response? It's the latter, every single time. A man with a deep purpose, a driving mission that extends beyond himself, possesses an inherent allure that is utterly captivating. This isn't just about having a job or a career. It's about having a calling, a burning desire to create, to contribute, to achieve something significant, something that resonates with his core being. This sense of purpose provides him with an inner fire, a relentless energy that is both inspiring and deeply attractive. It speaks to a man who is engaged with the world, who is actively shaping his reality, and who possesses an internal world rich with meaning and aspiration. When a man is deeply immersed in his purpose, he exudes a particular kind of focus and passion. This isn't about ignoring the world or neglecting relationships. It's about having a central pillar, a guiding star, around which his life is organized. This focus creates a powerful magnetism because it demonstrates self-direction, discipline, and a profound commitment to something greater than immediate gratification. Women are inherently drawn to men who are striving, who are building, who are actively making a mark on the world, however big or small. This drive signals a potential for growth, for impact, and for contributing to a shared future. It's the difference between someone who passively consumes life and someone who actively creates it. This creator energy is incredibly appealing because it hints at a man who is dynamic, who is constantly evolving, and who is bringing something new and valuable into existence. It shows that he has a vision and the dedication to bring that vision to fruition. From an evolutionary perspective, a man with purpose was a man who could provide, protect, and lead his tribe. While the specifics have changed, the underlying preference for a driven, purposeful partner remains. Studies in evolutionary psychology indicate that women are subconsciously attracted to men who demonstrate resourcefulness, ambition, and a clear direction in life. These traits signal a higher potential for success, stability, and the ability to secure a favorable future. It's not just about material wealth, though that can be a byproduct. It's about the underlying drive, the intelligence, and the strategic thinking that allows a man to pursue and achieve his goals. This kind of purpose demonstrates an ability to navigate complex challenges, to innovate, and to overcome obstacles, qualities that are universally admired and desired in a partner. It's the kind of drive that says, I am going somewhere and I will make things happen. Consider the man who talks about his passions with a gleam in his eye, who dedicates his free time to mastering a skill, pursuing a project, or contributing to a cause he believes in. This isn't about being self-absorbed. It's about being profoundly alive. This vibrancy, this engagement with life, is incredibly contagious and deeply attractive. It shows that he has an internal wellspring of motivation, that his happiness isn't solely dependent on external factors or other people. He is complete within himself, and his purpose is an extension of that completeness. This self-sufficiency, paradoxically, makes him a more compelling partner because he brings a rich, fulfilling inner world to the relationship rather than relying on his partner to fill a void. He is not just looking for someone to share his life. He is looking for someone to share his journey, his purpose, and the rich tapestry of his existence. Ultimately, deep purpose provides a man with an inner framework, a sense of meaning that radiates outward. It shapes his decisions, informs his character, and imbues his very presence with a compelling gravitas. When a woman encounters a man who is truly living his purpose, she perceives not just his individual achievements, but the underlying drive, the self-respect, and the profound sense of identity that purpose brings. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being passionately engaged with life, actively pursuing meaning, and embodying a powerful sense of direction. This deep-seated commitment to something beyond the superficial is incredibly alluring, creating a connection that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. It's the kind of man who makes you feel like you are part of something bigger, something meaningful, simply by being in his orbit. It makes you want to join him on his adventure. Genuine care, We live in a world that often celebrates superficiality, where quick connections are mistaken for deep bonds, and where genuine emotion can sometimes be seen as a weakness. But beneath all the noise, at the very core of human desire, lies an undeniable yearning for genuine care. This isn't about being nice in a passive or disingenuous way. It's about a proactive, empathetic engagement with another person's well-being. It's the kind of care that sees, that listens, that understands, and that responds with warmth and consideration. This genuine care, expressed through actions and consistent presence, is a powerful turn-on that often surpasses even the most intense physical attraction. It speaks to a man's character, his capacity for empathy, and his fundamental decency. It's the quiet assurance that you are valued, seen, and truly respected as an individual. Consider the man who remembers the small details, not because he's trying to impress, but because he genuinely pays attention. He notices your favorite coffee, remembers a challenging day you had at work, or asks about a project you're passionate about. These aren't grand gestures. They are subtle, consistent demonstrations of active listening and profound engagement. This genuine care shows that he values your inner world, that he is interested in who you are beyond the surface. It builds a foundation of trust and intimacy, creating a safe space where a woman feels comfortable being herself, vulnerabilities and all. It's the comforting presence that makes you feel profoundly safe, understood, and appreciated. This is a rare and precious quality in a world that often feels transactional, and its presence is deeply, profoundly attractive. Scientific research into attachment theory and relationship satisfaction consistently highlights the critical role of emotional responsiveness and empathy. Studies show that individuals, regardless of gender, are drawn to partners who demonstrate a capacity for understanding and meeting emotional needs. This translates into genuine care, the ability to listen without judgment, to offer comfort when needed, and to celebrate successes with sincere enthusiasm. When a man consistently provides this kind of emotional support, he fosters a secure attachment, which is the bedrock of lasting attraction and intimacy. It's the feeling of being truly gotten, of having a partner who is attuned to your emotional landscape. This isn't just about being a good friend. It's about being a deeply connected partner who prioritizes your emotional well-being as much as his own. Think about the way a man responds when you're facing a challenge or expressing a vulnerability. Does he dismiss your feelings, offer unsolicited advice, or try to fix you? Or does he listen with an open heart, validate your emotions, and offer his unwavering support? The latter is the embodiment of genuine care. It's the man who understands that sometimes all you need is to be heard, to be held, emotionally or physically, and to know that you're not alone. This capacity for empathy and emotional intelligence is incredibly powerful because it builds a profound sense of psychological safety. It allows for a depth of connection that transcends the superficial, creating an intimacy that is far more potent and enduring than mere physical attraction. It's the man who makes you feel safe enough to be completely yourself. Ultimately, genuine care is about selfless consideration and a profound respect for another human being. It's the quiet, consistent demonstration that someone else's happiness and well-being are important to you. This isn't about being a doormat or constantly sacrificing your own needs. It's about having the capacity for deep, authentic compassion and expressing it through your actions. When a woman experiences this consistent, unwavering care, she feels cherished, valued, and deeply respected. This creates a powerful emotional bond that ignites a different, often more profound, kind of turn on, one rooted in security, trust, and a deep sense of belonging. It's the feeling of being truly loved, not just desired, which is an infinitely more powerful emotion. Playful spirit, life at its core, can be incredibly serious. Responsibilities, pressures, anxieties, they pile up, creating a weight that can often feel overwhelming. That's why a playful spirit isn't just a charming personality quirk, it's an absolute superpower. It's the ability to find lightness in the mundane, humor in the absurd, and joy in the simple moments. A man who possesses a genuinely playful spirit signals a refreshing lightness, a willingness to not take everything so seriously, and an infectious optimism that is incredibly attractive. This isn't about being immature or irresponsible. It's about having the capacity to inject fun, laughter, and spontaneous delight into life, creating an atmosphere of ease and joy that is profoundly alluring. It's the ability to make you smile, to make you laugh, and to remind you that life can also be light and exciting. Imagine being around someone who can effortlessly diffuse tension with a well-timed joke, who invites you to participate in silly games, or who simply finds endless amusement in the small eccentricities of daily life. This playful spirit creates a dynamic, engaging environment. It makes a relationship feel less like a chore and more like an adventure. It signals emotional flexibility, creativity, and a healthy perspective that can see beyond immediate stressors. When a man can laugh at himself, tease gently, and approach life with a sense of wonder, he creates a space where a woman feels free to be her authentic self, to let her guard down, and to experience unadulterated joy. This is a profoundly liberating and attractive quality because it reminds us that connection doesn't always have to be heavy or fraught with emotional intensity. It can also be light, joyous, and utterly delightful. Psychological research on attraction frequently points to the importance of shared humor and positive emotional experiences. Laughter, in particular, is a powerful bonding agent, releasing endorphins and creating a sense of camaraderie and intimacy. A playful spirit indicates a man's capacity to create these positive emotional states, fostering a sense of happiness and well-being in a relationship. It also signals a certain level of emotional intelligence and adaptability, the ability to read a situation, to understand social cues, and to respond in a way that creates positive interaction. This isn't about being a stand-up comedian. It's about having a light-hearted approach, a willingness to be silly, and an ability to genuinely enjoy moments of fun. This capacity for joy and playfulness is a powerful antidote to the stresses of modern life, making a man an incredibly desirable companion. Think of the way a playful man approaches conversations. He might use lighthearted banter, engage in witty wordplay, or playfully challenge your perspective in a way that's stimulating rather than confrontational. This kind of interaction keeps things fresh, exciting, and prevents stagnation. It shows a man who is engaged, who is present, and who isn't afraid to step outside of rigid social norms to create a more enjoyable interaction. This spontaneity and genuine enjoyment of interaction is incredibly attractive because it makes every encounter feel dynamic and engaging. It's the opposite of routine or predictable, offering a constant source of amusement and connection. This spirited approach to life is a breath of fresh air, creating an environment where joy and connection can flourish. Ultimately, a playful spirit is about embracing the lighter side of life, finding joy in the everyday, and bringing that infectious energy into your relationships. It's the man who understands that true connection doesn't always have to be serious. It can also be filled with laughter, silliness, and a shared sense of wonder. When a woman experiences this playful energy, she feels invigorated, entertained, and deeply connected to a man who can help her escape the grind and remember the pure joy of being alive. This isn't just about amusement, it's about creating a powerful emotional resonance, a sense of shared delight that is incredibly compelling and profoundly turns her on to the idea of a life shared with someone so vibrantly alive. Quiet confidence. Confidence is often shouted from the rooftops, displayed through overt boasts, or manifested in an aggressive display of dominance. But the most potent, most deeply attractive form of confidence is often the quietest. It's the unspoken assurance, the calm self-possession that radiates from a man who knows his worth without needing to announce it. This quiet confidence isn't about arrogance or ego. It's about a deep internal knowing, a solid foundation of self-respect that allows him to navigate the world with grace, composure, and an effortless charm. It's the kind of confidence that says, I am enough, exactly as I am, and that message is profoundly alluring, far more so than any performative display. Imagine a man who walks into a room and commands attention, not because he's loud or flashy, but because of his grounded presence. He listens more than he speaks, yet when he does speak, his words carry weight and conviction. He doesn't seek validation from others. His validation comes from within. This quiet confidence signals a profound level of self-awareness and emotional maturity. It shows that he is comfortable in his own skin, secure in his own thoughts and opinions, and unconcerned with external approval. This self-reliance is incredibly attractive because it speaks to an inner strength, a man who is truly centered and not easily swayed by the opinions or fleeting judgments of others. It's the kind of presence that makes you feel both secure and intrigued, wanting to understand the source of his profound self-possession. From a psychological perspective, quiet confidence aligns with traits associated with secure attachment styles and healthy self-esteem. Individuals are drawn to partners who exhibit a stable sense of self, who are not constantly seeking reassurance, and who can offer emotional support without being consumed by their own insecurities. This quiet confidence demonstrates emotional stability, resilience, and a capacity for self-regulation. It signals a man who is unlikely to be overly jealous, needy, or insecure, making him a more reliable and desirable partner. This isn't about being aloof, it's about having an internal wellspring of self-worth that doesn't need constant external top-ups. This internal peace is incredibly attractive because it creates a sense of calm and stability in the relationship, allowing for deeper intimacy to flourish. Consider the man who can calmly state his boundaries, who respectfully disagrees without becoming defensive, or who can pursue his goals with an unwavering resolve, even in the face of skepticism. These are all hallmarks of quiet confidence. He doesn't need to dominate a conversation to feel heard. He trusts that his contributions are valuable. He doesn't need to win every argument to feel validated. He respects differing opinions. This subtle power is incredibly attractive because it demonstrates a profound respect for himself and for others. It shows a man who is grounded in his principles, who can stand firm without being rigid, and who possesses an inner compass that guides his actions with integrity. It's the presence that makes you feel profoundly safe and respected, knowing that you are in the company of someone who is truly comfortable in their own skin. Ultimately, quiet confidence is about authenticity. It's about being profoundly comfortable with who you are, flaws and all, and projecting that self-acceptance into the world without fanfare. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being genuinely, undeniably yourself without apology or explanation. When a woman encounters this kind of quiet confidence, she senses a man of substance, a man who is truly present and grounded. This creates an emotional pull that is deep, powerful, and enduring. It's the profound turn-on that comes from knowing you are in the presence of a man who is truly secure, truly genuine, and truly effortlessly himself. This is the ultimate form of attraction, born from a deep internal wellspring of self-worth that radiates outward, captivating all who encounter it. Vulnerable openness. This might sound counterintuitive. In a world that often prizes stoicism and emotional guardedness, how could vulnerability be a turn-on? The truth is, raw, authentic vulnerability, expressed within a context of trust and respect, is one of the most powerful and deeply attractive human qualities. This isn't about being weak, needy, or constantly airing your emotional laundry. It's about the courageous act of dropping your guard, of revealing your true self, your fears, your hopes, your genuine emotions to another person. This vulnerable openness signals profound strength, self-awareness, and a capacity for deep, authentic connection that is utterly captivating. It shows a willingness to connect on a soul level, to move beyond the superficial masks we often wear. Imagine a man who, after building a foundation of trust, shares a fear he has, not for sympathy, but to allow you to truly see him. Or a man who expresses a deep hope for the future, revealing his aspirations and uncertainties, allowing you into his inner world. This isn't about constant emotional unloading. It's about carefully chosen moments of authentic self-disclosure that invite genuine intimacy. This vulnerable openness shows a man who is courageous enough to be seen, to be known, and to risk connection. It demonstrates a profound level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence, proving that he is not afraid of his own feelings or of allowing another person to witness them. This kind of raw honesty is incredibly compelling because it cuts through the superficiality and creates a direct, unfiltered pathway to the heart. It's the moment when the mask drops and you see the true, beautiful human being beneath. Scientific research on intimacy and relationship depth repeatedly emphasizes the role of self-disclosure and vulnerability in fostering connection. Studies show that when individuals share personal information and emotional experiences, it builds trust, empathy, and a profound sense of closeness. This isn't just anecdotal, it's a fundamental aspect of human bonding. When a man bravely chooses to be vulnerable, he is essentially inviting a woman into his inner sanctuary, signaling that he trusts her deeply enough to reveal his authentic self. This act of trust is incredibly powerful and creates a reciprocal desire for openness and connection. It moves the relationship beyond the superficial, creating a profound emotional resonance that is far more impactful and enduring than any physical attribute. It's a testament to his trust in you and your shared journey. Think about the profound difference between someone who always maintains a perfect, impenetrable facade and someone who occasionally reveals a glimpse of their internal landscape. The latter is far more human, far more relatable, and ultimately, far more attractive. This vulnerable openness is a testament to a man's comfort with his own emotions, his willingness to explore his inner world, and his courage to share those discoveries with a trusted partner. It's the ability to say, "This is who I am, with all my imperfections and hopes," and to do so with a calm, self-assured presence. This doesn't make him weak. It makes him incredibly strong, incredibly real, and incredibly endearing. It shows a man who isn't afraid of the full spectrum of human experience, who embraces it, and who is willing to share that journey with you. Ultimately, vulnerable openness is the ultimate act of trust and intimacy. It's the profound courage to drop your defenses, to reveal your authentic self, and to invite another person to truly know you at your deepest level. This isn't about strategic manipulation or emotional theatrics. It's about genuine, heartfelt self-disclosure. When a woman experiences this level of authentic vulnerability from a man, it creates a powerful emotional resonance, a deep sense of connection, and an undeniable turn-on that transcends the physical. It's the profound intimacy that comes from being truly seen, truly understood, and truly connected to another soul. It's the ultimate key to unlocking a depth of attraction that is both enduring and profoundly satisfying. This is where true love resides, in the courageous act of showing up as your full, messy, beautiful self, and being met with acceptance and love in return. This is the deepest, most powerful form of intimacy, far beyond the physical, creating a bond that is truly unbreakable. The journey we've just taken, exploring the nuances of true strength, deep purpose, genuine care, playful spirit, and vulnerable openness, reveals a profound truth. True attraction, the kind that ignites a woman's soul and builds an unbreakable bond, transcends the superficial. It's not about fleeting physical attributes or manufactured charm. It's about the deep, resonant qualities of character, emotional intelligence, and genuine human connection. These aren't just 5 isolated traits. They are interconnected facets of a man who is truly living, truly striving, truly caring, and truly courageous enough to be himself. This understanding isn't just academic. It's a roadmap to building relationships that are not just passionate, but deeply meaningful, fulfilling, and enduring. Embrace these truths, cultivate these qualities within yourself, and you will discover a level of connection, a depth of turn-on that you never thought possible. This isn't about chasing external validation. It's about cultivating an inner richness that naturally draws others to your light, creating a magnetic field of authentic, powerful attraction that will transform your relationships forever. This is where true power lies, in the art of becoming the man who is truly irresistible, not by force, but by profound, authentic presence. YouTube comment.